Hi, hello. I have like this humid weather hair. 我而家有潮濕天氣嘅頭髮 ，so you can see like it's actually more curlier than before。你見到其實咧係攣過之前嘅咁，which I haven't permit for a while now。咁我離開香港之後，其實我冇再電過髮啦咁。but naturally it just come out again。咁而家就係即係天然地佢有時喺度自己攣啦，and also it's just like very frizzy，同埋即係係咁喺度披頭散髮咁係咁散晒出嚟啦咁。So I went to the supermarket this morning。咁我今朝去超市啦，but they don't have like shampoo in supermarket。但係咧佢哋超市係冇洗頭水呢啲嘢賣嘅。So I think I need to find like a pharmacy of some kind like a doctorate or something。我可能應該要揾一間好似類似屈臣氏嗰類咁樣嘅藥房嘅地方啦咁。Which I've seen them， 我其實有經過有見到嘅咁，but I am very relaxed and chill 咁但係我咧而家係超級放鬆啦 hea 啦咁樣 so I'm just like kind of like let me do just one thing one day 一日淨係做一樣嘢啦咁樣The weather report said that it would be raining, downpouring the entire afternoon。我今朝睇天氣報告嘅時候就話成個晏晝都會落狗屎咁樣嘅，but actually it turned out quite well。咁但係其實又冇咁樣落法嘅咁。I went for a swim in the morning。我今朝早去咗游水啦 ，on the rooftop swimming pool。咁就喺天台嗰個泳池啦 ，and it's kind of like my private swimming pool 好似變成咧我私人游泳池咁啦 ，just myself swimming。咁得我一個人喺度游啦咁。So yes, I'm kind of like just taking it slow。咁我其實基本上都係即係慢慢地係啦，即係揾翻個節奏啦咁。But I'm really liking it here， 但係我就超中意呢度啦咁樣。I talked to the course coordinator this morning about my Spanish class。咁我今朝早同一個係即係有德文課程嘅大學嘅一個即係佢哋啲課程統籌就開咗個即係online meeting 啦咁。So we've been exploring possibilities。咁我哋即係討論下我有啲咩可能性可以即係開始學西文啦咁。So I shall be going to the university next week to see the campus。咁我下個禮拜就會去嗰間大學嗰度去望下嗰個環境啦 ，and she will be introducing me, you know, like to other people。咁佢又會介紹啲人俾我識啦咁樣。So I'll just like take a look around and see。咁我都會即係望下先啦咁。Meanwhile, I would be continuing my self-learning on my app。咁我繼續都會自己自學住先啦喺個 app 度咁。I got a SIM card yesterday。咁我琴日咧買咗張 SIM 卡啦已經。But I actually have to head off to get my phone registered。咁但係其實咧，我個電話個機本身係需要去登記嘅咁樣樣。I ended up didn't do it today。咁我今日結果冇出街啦咁樣 ，and it's already like 3:30， 咁已經3點半啦咁。I'm a little bit lazy and reluctant to go out this late。咁我有少少唔想咁晏先出去啦咁樣樣。Because like the neighborhood that I can do this registration is even further away than the city centre。因為其實我要去嗰個地方係再遠過市中心嘅 ，so I definitely need to take a bus。咁我係一定要坐巴士啦咁。So I need to figure out how to get my kind of like a bus card, but it's kind of like an auto payment kind of card。So it's like a so it's just a payment card。咁我要揾到去邊度買呢一邊嘅八達通咁樣樣啦咁。So anyway, one thing at a time 咁都係咁講啦，一日做一樣嘢啫咁樣。So I have something to do today actually, like with translation and some easy read thing。咁我其實今日都有啲易讀嘅嘢啦，有啲翻譯嘅嘢要做啦咁。So after the reading, then I would like just go and do that。咁我讀完書咁我就會係啦做嘢啦咁樣樣。Then just sort of like chill in my Airbnb。咁我就喺 Airbnb 呢度就係 hea 下啦咁樣樣。好 ，Let's begin the reading。咁我哋正式開始啦。Read to resist Day 189。當閱讀也是抗爭第189日。A Concise History of Hong Kong by John Mark Carroll。香港簡史，從殖民地至特別行政區， 注者高馬可，譯者林立偉。In such an atmosphere, many Europeans in Hong Kong saw the bread poisoning incident of January 15, 1857 as a direct response to Ye's calls for Chinese in Hong Kong to attack their British colonizers. That morning, several hundred Europeans, including the governor's wife, Lady Bowring, had eaten bread baked by the Yi Sing bakery and had become violently ill. The offending ingredient was quickly determined to be arsenic. As the amount of arsenic was so large, most of the Europeans had vomited it before digesting much of the poison. But because the bakery was the only Western-style one remaining in the colony, Europeans saw the incident as a plot to wipe out their entire community. Their fears appeared to be confirmed as the owner of the bakery, a comprador named Chong Ah-lum, had left for Macau that morning with his family just before the Europeans had their breakfast. Arrested and brought back for trial to Hong Kong, Chong claimed that he and his family had also been poisoned after eating the same bread. 在如此風聲鶴唳的氣氛下，1857年1月15日發生毒麵包案，許多香港洋人視之為響應葉明琛呼籲香港華人攻擊英國殖民者的舉動。那天早上，包括港督之妻寶玲夫人在內的幾百名歐籍人，吃了裕盛辦館製造的麵包後嘔吐大作。由於麵包的砒霜含量很大，大多人吃後不久即吐出，中毒不深。該辦館是香港唯一供應西式麵包的店鋪，因此歐籍人視這起事件為想將他們一舉殺盡的陰謀。辦館東主是名叫張亞林的買辦，在那天早上歐籍人吃早餐前，他與家人離港去了澳門，更加證實歐籍人的恐懼。張亞林在澳門被捕並押回香港受審。他說他和家人也吃過那些麵包，而且也中了毒。Although the bread poisoning case is often held up as a shining example of impartial British justice, it was more of a test of British justice. Some Europeans believed that there was not enough evidence to convict Chung, but others wanted to lynch him and his employees. Even the Attorney General insisted that it would be better to hang the wrong man than confess the British sagacity and activity have failed to discover the real criminals. Although Chief Justice John Walter Hume, who had also been poisoned, warned that hanging the wrong man will not further the ends of justice. Represented by a British lawyer, Chung was acquitted on lack of sufficient evidence, but 52 of his employees were imprisoned for 4 days in a small room, nicknamed the Black Hole of Hong Kong, after the Black Hole of Calcutta, a dungeon where 123 European prisoners had allegedly died in 1756. Although 10 of the employees were tried, the remaining 42 were detained in the room for more than 20 days. Only after protests from the European and Chinese communities were they released on the condition that they leave Hong Kong. Hundreds more Chinese were subsequently arrested and deported. 雖然毒麵包案常被標榜為證明英國司法大公無私的顯著例子，但這件事件不僅是對英國司法的考驗。有些歐洲人認為缺乏足夠證據把張亞林定罪，另一些人則想動用私刑處死他和他的夥計。也中了毒的首席按察司約翰休姆 John Walter Hume 警告：枉殺無辜，無助於伸張正義。但連律政司亦堅持，寧枉殺無辜，也勝於承認英國人的智慧和行動無法找出真兇。由英國律師代表辯護的張亞林，最終因證據不足獲判無罪，但他的52名僱員被囚禁在一間人稱香港黑洞，跟隨加爾各答黑洞命名。那是據稱在1756年有123名歐洲犯人死於其中的牢房。的小囚室中4天，這些僱員中有10人受審訊，其餘42人卻被囚禁在那小牢房超過20天。要在歐籍人和華人社群抗議後才獲釋，而獲釋條件是他們須離開香港。其後再有幾百名華人被捕和遞解出境。 Insufficient evidence exists of how this incident played out among the Chinese community of Hong Kong, but all sorts of conflicting theories and questions arose among the European community. Although a local English newspaper later suggested that the flour in the bread might have been contaminated on board a ship carrying arsenopyrite, there was good reason to believe that the poisoning had been deliberate, for some Chinese servants had warned their European employers about the plan. Regardless, the case had revealed the tensions and suspicions in Hong Kong, not just between the Chinese and Europeans, but within the European community as well. William Tarrant, a newspaper editor and former colonial official whose frequent attacks on the colonial government led to libel, fines, and even his imprisonment, sued Chong for damages. Although Tarrant was successful, Chong left town again without paying up. When Tarrant then accused the acting colonial secretary of letting Chong escape, the acting colonial secretary in turn sued Tarrant for libel. Tarrant lost, but his sympathizers came up with the compensation. Small wonder then that the Times complained in March 1859 how Hong Kong is always connected with some fatal pestilence, some doubtful war, or some discreditable internal squabble, so much so that in popular language, the name of this noisy, bustling, quarrelsome, disconnected little island may not inaptly be used as euphemous synonym for a place not mentionable to ears polite. 香港華人如何看待這宗事件，現在缺乏足夠證據說明，但歐籍人之間則流傳着各種互相矛盾的理論和疑問。一份本地英文報章後來推測，製造麵包的麵粉可能在輪船運送時被同船運送的砒石污染，但是人們很有理由相信下毒是蓄意的，因為有些華裔僕人早已警告他們的歐籍僱主有這樣的計劃。無論如何，這案件不但顯示了香港華人和歐籍人之間的緊張與猜疑，還暴露了歐籍人社群之間的相爭與猜忌。前殖民地官員德倫 William Tarrant 是一家報社的總編輯，他因為屢次攻擊殖民地政府而被控誹謗，遭到罰款甚至監禁。他控告張亞霖要求賠償，雖然德倫控告勝訴，但張亞霖沒有付賠償就再度離港。德倫其後指責殖民地的處理副政司縱容張亞霖潛逃，處理副政司反控德倫誹謗，德倫敗訴，但他的同情者為他籌款付賠償金。無怪乎英國《泰晤士報》Times 在1859年3月抱怨，香港總是跟某些致命的瘟疫、曖昧的戰爭或丟人的內鬥脫不了關係，乃至於說得通俗一點，若需向儒雅之士提到某個不宜入耳的地方時，這個添醋、煩囂、喧鬧、孤懸海外的小島的名字，或許不失為適當的委婉代替詞。This is the reading of today. 咁今日就係讀咗呢度啦。咁 So it's about the bread poisoning case that happened back then. 咁就係當時曾經發生過嘅一個毒麵包事件啦，咁樣樣。And it's very interesting, like to read about what happened and how it turned out to be. 咁都幾有趣去讀，即係睇到佢發生咗咩事啦，點樣發生，同埋最後其實係點樣啦咁。And it talked about the rule of law a little bit. 咁其實呢度有講到法治咯喎。When there is not sufficient evidence， 當嗰度係唔夠證據嘅時候咧 ，even though Chang Ah-Lum was being suspected in like poisoning so many Europeans at the time, he was still acquitted。咁就係即係張亞霖呢個人，雖然即係佢哪間鋪頭有佢噶啦，即係佢麵包有焗噶啦，咁跟住朝頭早又潛逃去澳門啦咁，但係總之都係唔夠足夠證據嘅時候咧，其實佢都係打甩咗，係即係可以就係無罪釋放啦咁。Which is something that is not happening right now in Hong Kong。咁而家喺香港，我哋即係所謂嘅回歸祖國懷抱之後啦，唔再喺所謂殖民者嘅管治之下，竟然係唔會有呢啲事發生嘅，即係冇證據照拉人啦，求鳩期即係韞住你韞你年幾兩年啦，即係咁樣樣，即係扣押你咁樣。So I just feel that like whatever evil deed that the colonial government had done to us in Hong Kong， 無論即係當年嘅殖民地政府對我哋做咗幾撲街嘅嘢都好啦。The CCP right now is much worse。咁而家中共做嘅嘢係更撲街，係更賤格，係更衰。So I rest my case 咁我冇嘢講啦，法官大人咁樣咯。So this is the reading of today。咁今日就完咗啦。咁 and I will read to you again tomorrow。咁聽日會繼續閱讀也是抗爭。拜拜。